Hi, I'm Sibila and I'm a student at the IMC Krems. Today I have a very special assignment. I'm going to have a very personal interview with the Program Director of Medical and Pharmaceutical Biotechnology, Harald Hundsberger. So now I'm here with Mr. Hundsberger. Could you please introduce yourself?
Thanks, Sibila, for this really nice introduction. My name is Harald Hundsberger. I'm here the Program Director of both degrees, Medical and Pharmaceutical Biotechnology, the Bachelor and the Master degree. And today we are going to talk about the programs, about research, about international opportunities, and of course about the region here in Krems.
Sounds great. So my first question is, why are we here today?
Sibila, we are here to first show this beautiful campus. So this campus is part of a larger biotech area. So we are really very well connected with Vienna. We have here several universities doing research and also teaching in the biomedical areas. And we even have here companies who are doing the manufacturing of biotech products, of vaccines, of a lot of interesting stuff. And and our graduates actively participate in doing very interesting jobs here. They are involved in many disciplines, in manufacturing, in research, in clinical studies. So we talk basically about the opportunity if you're a graduate in medical and pharmaceutical biotechnology.
Sounds great. Should we continue inside?
Yes.
I'm very, very curious how it's going to look on the inside. I've never been here. So...
Oh, Sibila.
Why is my card not working?
I forgot to tell you that you need a license to do research. And the license is included with this card.
Oh.
Let's go inside.
Okay. Thank you. So I'm very, very glad that we are inside now because it's so cold outside. So Mr. Hundsberger, could you tell me a little bit more about your professional background?
Yes, of course. I have a PhD degree in genetics and molecular biology. Originally, I'm coming from Salzburg. I'm here since 2012. Yeah, I also have a habilitation at Medical University Salzburg, and I also work for a European medical agency to give some advice in the field of the manufacturing of biotherapeutics. But in addition, my main responsibility is, of course, the management of the two degrees, the Bachelor and the Master of Medical and Pharmaceutical Biotechnology.
Cool, you have a lot of experience.
Yeah, and I also have research interests. I study chemoresistance mechanisms in cancer cells, and I'm also highly interested in the field of regenerative medicine. These are my research areas here in Krems.
They sound very, very interesting and complicated. I know nothing about this topic. Could you please at least give me an example?
Yes, of course. In the field of regenerative medicine, we work with research institutes and also with companies. If somebody has a defect in bones, you can try to characterize those factors which are important for better bone healing. And this we are actually doing in research projects here, in collaboration with research partners and also with companies. And we as universities are focused around applied research. And this is a perfect example for applied research, which what is done here. Yeah.
Is there a particular reason why we are filming right here?
Yes, absolutely. You have to understand that the University of Applied Sciences in Krems is a pioneer in internationalization, and you can see this that many students are coming from abroad. So we have many programs which are taught in English. So we have a lot of international applicants. We have exchange semesters with international universities. We have international practical training semesters. And last but not least, we have also research projects with international partners. So altogether, this is a very important component for our study programs.
That sounds great. So just explain and talk about internships and exchange semester. Could you give me some highlights of the main universities where the students usually go to?
Yeah, of course, Sibila. We start with exchange semester opportunities. In our bachelor degree, We have, for example, in the third semester, the opportunity to go for 1 semester to Ireland, to Dublin University of Technology. In the fourth semester, you could go to Sweden, to Linköping University. And a particular thing is that we are well connected to these universities because we have already established double degrees with those universities. For example, we have one in the master degree with Linköping in Sweden, and we have recently started a double degree for our bachelor degree with the University of Turku in Finland.
I'm very, very curious to know what these maps are, because I saw them before, and what are these?
So this map shows all the placements of our students, where they go for practical training semester. And actually we update this map each year, and we are really proud to have our students in the most important biotech clusters in Europe and also worldwide. They are going to San Francisco, they are going to Boston, they are going to Harvard Stem Cell Center. We have even students which did their practical training semester at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. And students are moving more actively also to China, to PolyU, Hong Kong, so also to Australia, to Garvan Institute. There is no limitation. We have sent students to almost the most important companies and to the most important universities worldwide.
So many opportunities.
Yeah.
It really sounds great. So I actually would really, really love to be here. I also want to go to California. I wish I could go too.
So this is really good example, Sibila. We have a very good partnership with a lot of institutions in California, like the Pacific Medical Center. We have already sent close to 20 students there, and they are all doing a similar topic. They are doing research in the field of melanoma, so this highly aggressive disease, cancer disease. It's also very interesting that you mentioned the United States. Why? We have a very good relationship to the Marshall Plan Foundation, and we have opportunities to support our students, of course, with the help of the Marshall Plan Foundation financially. Yeah.
I'm getting very, very curious. Do you think it's possible if we go see the laboratory?
That's a good point, Sibila. We need to go to the laboratories, but before we can enter the laboratories, you need to take something with you.
Okay, then let's go and see.
Yes. Sibila, now you know why you need this code. We are now in a typical educational lab of our program degrees. You have to understand that during the bachelor degree, students have close to 50% of laboratory exercises. In the master degree, a little bit less, but practical training is highly important for our students, that they really can go in a relaxed way to the practical training semester.
Mm-hmm. So now talking about master and bachelor, you are the program director of both. Starting with the bachelor, what makes it so special? I think
a very particular thing is not directly related to the program. I think a very special thing about our university is that students and lecturers collaborate in a mutual way, because we believe that if students are successful, that the university as a whole is also highly successful.
So it sounds that students and lecturers really work in a respectful way, but also as a team.
Absolutely right, Sibila. And now we can go to the specific features of our curriculum.
So before we get into the courses, could you explain me what medical and pharmaceutical biotechnology means?
Medical and pharmaceutical biotechnology is a biotechnology program. It's a highly broad biotechnology program. So in most biotech programs, you are focused around manufacturing of biotech drugs, for example. But here in medical and pharmaceutical biotechnology, we have a strong medical focus, because so many new products are centered around tissue engineering, are around, for example, therapeutic antibodies, about gene therapy, yeah? And you need to have a strong medical background in order to understand all these highly exciting technologies.
So when studying the medical biotechnology, what kind of subjects can I expect?
Yeah, we need to have a very strong expertise in cell cultivation methods. We need to understand the medical background of a lot of diseases, and these are really important things for our area in the medical biotechnology.
And what about the pharmaceutical part of biotechnology?
So the pharmaceutical biotechnology is highly complementary to the medical part. It is associated with manufacturing sciences. For example, you need to have a very strong expertise in bioreactors, how to clone human genes into plasmids, how to manipulate bacteria or fungi with human genes and to force them how to produce, for example, human insulin. Yeah, and this is the major expertise which is being taught in pharmaceutical biotechnology.
Are there any management aspects in this program?
This is a very good question. So you have to understand that many graduates are going to pharmaceutical industry. They are also going to international and national PhD programs. But these management subjects, which are integrated in the bachelor and in the master, are highly important. I give you here several examples. Our students are doing project management lectures. They are doing validation or clinical studies lectures. They are coming together with people from industry and get to know all these expertises.
And what does applied mean in both study programs?
Applied means that our graduates are qualified to do research and also many different jobs in industry. Yeah, you have to imagine that close to 70% of our lecturers are coming from industry. So many different areas of expertise are then transferred directly into our curriculum.
I have a question. I'm very curious what this is. What is this?
Yeah, this is a very important equipment for biotech students. It's a pipette, yeah? Oh. You can transfer very small volumes, yeah, into different tubes. The tubes are usually made of plastics, and they are needed, for example, to do COVID testing. Yeah.
Were the students involved in any of the challenges preceding COVID, or?
Yes, they were involved in many aspects of the COVID pandemic. For example, the manufacturing of vaccines, no matter if we speak about mRNA vaccines or protein-based vaccines. We have graduates which are involved in development and manufacturing of these COVID vaccines. In addition, our students are also involved to do or to develop diagnostic assays to detect the disease.
It really seems to me that in this study program, then there are uncountable job opportunities.
Yes, you have a lot of opportunities. In general, we represent with our graduates the whole value chain of the biotech industry. You can have a job in research, you can have a job in quality controlled manufacturing, you can be involved in clinical studies or project management studies. You can also be involved in sales and marketing activities. So everything is possible here.
So I've heard that 30% of your graduates go directly into a PhD program. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, this is actually a really good opportunity for our students. We have good collaborations to many universities worldwide because we have this very active practical training semester network. And because of this, our students made it to PhD programs at the University of Oxford, at the University of Cambridge, We have already students who are doing their PhD at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, at Okinawa Institute of Technology, and in Austria we have already many graduates from Medical University, Vienna, Medical University of Graz and Innsbruck, and also some technical universities in Austria.
So before we go to the next laboratory and you keep showing me things, I really want to know what this is.
Sibila, these machines became very popular in the last 2 years. This is a qPCR machine. You can do quantitative polymerase chain reaction, and this is actually the technology where you can do COVID testing. Everybody mentioned the cycle of threshold, and our students are exactly doing all the things already in the bachelor degree.
It looks like you're very good equipped. You have like a lot of machines.
Yeah, absolutely. But wait, I will show you my favorite machine a little bit later.
Okay. So another question I think is very important for the future applicants is, what are the main research topics?
Yeah, research is very important for our applicants. We have projects in the area of finding new ways to treat virus diseases. Another research topic is we have a lot of projects which deal with cancer research. Another area of research is the recycling of rare earth elements. And these rare earth elements are very expensive and are very important for industry. So we have a broad spectrum of projects, and very important, we integrate our students in these research projects for a bachelor or for a master thesis, or sometimes for a PhD thesis.
So it really sounds that there's also a green element to all of this research.
Yes, absolutely.
And now that we're here, my question is, who is this?
Yeah, this is a very prominent person. This is Ivar Chaiva, a scientist from the United States. He won the Nobel Prize in 1982 for the tunnel effect. So he's in the field of physics, and he is also a founder of a biotech company. We were the first ones who bought an instrument of the biotech company Ivar founded. With this instrument, you can study the integrity of epithelial and also endothelial monolayers. And this is important for diseases like sepsis or for inflammatory bowel diseases.
It's very cool that a Nobel Prize winner was here.
Yeah.
Should we go upstairs?
Yes.
It's very loud in here. What is this machine?
Sibila, the reason for this noise is our Mass Spectrometer. This is a very important technology, not only for our students, but also in research and in industry. So you have to imagine with this machine you can identify up to 2,500 human proteins out of a very small sample. What can you do with that? You can identify novel biomarkers, and in industry the people are analyzing therapeutic molecules with this type of technology. For our students, they are doing this technology practically in the master degree, where they try to analyze or find new biomarkers in a special cancer model.
I didn't understand everything, but it sounds fascinating, yeah? So I've read on the website you have a scientific event called Life Science Meeting. What is it about?
We organize our Life Science Meeting once a year. We integrate lecturers and researchers from industry and also from academic areas. We also integrate our students because early in their scientific career they are involved in a scientific meeting. They're also asked to be chairs there. They introduce even the lecturers. So very early they get to know famous scientists and very important people from industry, and this is a very important event for our department.
I would love to take this out, but I'm sure it will be a very expensive mistake, right?
Don't do it, please, because you would completely disturb the measurement.
Okay, sorry. And My last question, do you have some facts and figures for me?
Yes, a lot of facts and figures. So we had already 1,500 graduates in the last 15 years, highly successful, entering the pharmaceutical industry, but also national and international PhD programs. We were highly successful in terms of research projects. We got more than 25 million euros to build up new infrastructure, to educate PhD students in collaboration with other universities. In addition, the employment rate of our graduates is more than 99%. Yeah, and altogether we have a very good reputation, national and international. Our degrees are recognized. And the most important thing, we are still in connection with our graduates. They're already teaching in our degrees. Yeah.
Thank you so very much for your time. It was very, very interesting. And I think I might keep the code. I think biotechnology is my new passion now.
You're welcome.